Chris Stewart once again for BamaFever.com, and what a night at Coleman Coliseum as Anthony Grant's Crimson Tide saw a 20-point lead disappear, but not completely. It got cut all the way down to 1 in Kentucky in the final seconds. Found out what most teams have found out this year. Alabama plays pretty good defense. The Crimson Tide getting a stop when they had to have it. Ben Eblin with the steal after deflection by Charvez Davis. He would get fouled, make a free throw, and that was the final margin, 68-66. Now, the thing that to me is so big about this victory for the Crimson Tide, it's not just a win over Kentucky. It's not just moving you to 3-1 on the season. We saw flashes of how good this team can be in allowing them to build a lead as high as 20 points, but it's not really dissimilar at all from what we saw a year ago from Coach Grant's teams. They were able to build several double-digit leads in the second half, only to see those get erased and the opponent come back and kind of rip their hearts out and get a victory. But this Alabama team didn't let that happen. Yeah, the lead dropped. You had several mistakes. There was a stretch, I believe, where Alabama turned the ball over on 7 consecutive possessions, but they would not wilt, and they had just enough on the defensive end to get a couple of stops really in the last minute and preserve the 68-66 victory. Can they build on this? Well, we're going to find out. They've got a day off, which they need, on Wednesday, and then they'll prepare to play the Auburn Tigers. Yeah, it's a game Alabama should win, but there have been a couple of occasions that the Tide's gone to Auburn and have really not played very well for whatever reason against the Tigers. Auburn's going to have a lot of energy in that building. They'll be presenting the ODK trophy at halftime of that game, the football trophy. So you know there's going to be a packed house. You know there's going to be a lot of excitement on the Auburn side for at least the first 20 minutes and then through the halftime period. But if Alabama can come out, play as they did against Kentucky, and then sustain that, they should have no problem with the Tigers. And then Alabama will get a full week off. They'll come back here on January 29th and host LSU. Alabama should be 4-1 in conference play going into that contest. And again, something else that's as big, a 4-1 Bama team with Kentucky now clearly the best team in the conference in your rearview mirror. It's a huge RPI win as well as being a big one in the standings. The Crimson Tide at 3-1 now in conference play, 11-7 overall after knocking off Kentucky in front of more than 14,000 fans and a student record of more than 4,400 here at Coleman Coliseum as well. I'm Chris Stewart. Thanks for joining us right here on BamaFever.com.